The Turkey Valley Trojans clinched a district championship the other night, 42-36 overtime win over Tripola. And Coach Scott, looking at that game the other night in person, just an all-out entertaining back and forth, good flow to the game. Both teams did a lot of good things. What did you take away from as a team from Friday night?
No, the boys did a really nice job of implementing a game plan we put in place to kind of help curtail their explosive quarterback. So, they rose to the occasion and made sure that, he got away like one long touchdown and he got a couple other breakaways, but we kept him from getting in the end zone multiple times. Offensively, we ran the ball very well, I thought. So defense or passing would need a little work on.
And you mentioned the defensive game plan the other night. Normally, when you hold a guy to 134 yards, that might not be a overall great effort in the front of your mind, but with a kid like Carlson, that's a pretty darn good effort, correct?
Yes, especially when 52 of those came on one play.
Yeah. And your defense also forced 3 turnovers the other night. Ryan Franzen forcing a couple of those. You get kids who were able to make key plays in key situations, and getting those stops turned out pretty crucial in that game, correct?
Yeah, I think at least two of them we ended up getting points off of. I can't remember if the third one we did or not, but yeah, but it's, yeah, anytime you can take, plus it cuts down the number of snaps they get. And that was part of our game plan too, was to limit the number of snaps we gave them.
Another week, another real solid performance from Oliver Schmidt, 218 yards on the ground. You talked about the running game and its effectiveness. 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown receiving, 8 tackles and a half a tackle for a loss and a half a sack the other night. What more can you say about how Oliver's playing right now?
He's playing very well. He's playing like a football player. He understands, he has good concept of the game. He has good vision when he runs the ball. Yeah, he does a good job of, finding the ball on defense and recognizing plays before they actually develop.
And it wasn't like it was just a one-man game in your running game. Carson Busta had 119 yards. Noah Hansen with 58 yards. And that means the boys up front were doing their job too, correct?
Yeah. And I pointed that out in film yesterday. Anytime, when at the end of a play, when our offensive line is 5 yards down the field on blocks, you're doing a good job.
It seems
if you move the line of scrimmage 5 yards, you're going to move the ball.
And it seems like they're just in that good rhythm right now, where if they get contact on somebody, they're just hungry to get to that second level and make those 5-yard runs 10 or 15 yards run. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, they do. They do a good job of looking for openings. The backs do, and our linemen do a good job of getting downfield and getting on the next level too.
And this week, you take on a West Central team who's having a pretty good year. Coach Milder, I know, always has his kids ready to go. What do you expect out of the Blue Devils Friday night?
Well, they got a 1,000-yard plus rusher and a 1,000-yard passer. So, they're going to run the ball at you, and then they're going to throw it. And kids have got a great arm. He throws a good deep ball, and so you watch film, and all of a sudden they got guys that are wide open. Of course, and when they got a kid that's, like Brandon Kushner, fullback, that's coming at you, your DBs might have a tendency to keep their eyes on him instead of where they need to be. So we're gonna have to work on making sure we follow our own keys and help when we can.
All right, Coach, hopefully you can end the regular season in style this week. Keep your guys healthy. We wish best of luck.
Thanks.
Mark Scott, head coach of the Turkey Valley Trojans.